Back now here on GMA as we celebrate Black History Month, we're going to be taking a look at some of the important issues facing Black Americans. This morning, we're talking finances. It's so important for families to plan for the future and protect what they have. According to Caring.com, only 27% of Black Americans have a will in place, and many have no idea how to get started. It's a storyline captured in the final season of the hit series Insecure.
I just don't like seeing how little I have to leave my family. I mean, I've worked 50 years and it feels like I've got nothing to show for it.
For many families, planning finances for the future can be uncomfortable, particularly for Black families. According to a recent study, more than 70% of Black Americans have not started the essential estate planning process.
My grandparents are in their golden years. We wanted to make sure that they were protected.
Meet cousins Malcolm and Tia. They're now taking the leap, creating an estate plan on behalf of their grandparents.
We just wanted to make sure that all of their wishes was granted.
After recently losing close loved ones, the importance of getting affairs in order took on a new meaning.
My dad was diagnosed with a form of dementia. He was not in a state of mind mentally where he was able to do any estate planning once he became ill. Our family does want to make sure this doesn't happen to anybody else.
What happens to everything that you've built after you're gone? How does it get to the people that you care about? It's your legacy.
We caught up with the cousins and their estate planner coach, Portia Wood.
Hi, Malcolm, Tia, how are you?
Hey, Portia, what's going on? Great to see you.
We decided on a trust-based plan structure for you. And one of the goals was sort of intergenerational wealth.
Portia's setting Malcolm and Tia up with a trust-based plan. It centers around three parts: your goals, assets, and family structure.
One, it was about the goals that your grandparents set out for why they had accumulated all these assets and how they wanted them to be used to continue to support the family. Do you feel confident in your role as successor trustees in this plan?
Absolutely.
We just want to thank you so much for being a great consultant.
It has truly been an honor.
We deserve it, right? We as Black people deserve to be able to have what we've earned work for us and to work for our families into perpetuity.
And managing family finances, we know, can be challenging. So we have an expert joining us with some advice on how to get the ball rolling. Lynn Richardson is a financial coach and also the author of Estate Planning Made Simple. Okay, you're going to make it simple for us here, Lynn, because there are so many people. Good to see you. There's so many people, so many families. It's, you know, estate planning is daunting. And a lot of people feel, oh, it's just if you're wealthy. That is not the case. And so when should people get started?
Oh, thank you so much, Robin. Let me say this. Everybody has an estate plan. It is not just for the wealthy. Your clothing, your furniture, your jewelry, your real estate, your automobiles, your electronics, your bank accounts, all of that is a part of your estate plan. And with proper planning, we can ensure that our loved ones can live the lives that we see for them even when we are not here. Let me say this. I was on food stamps in this century, but even when I was on food stamps, I had enough life insurance and estate plan to ensure that my children would live the lives that I saw for them, even if I did not make it. So it's so important for each and every one of us to understand that the time is now. Time is of the essence, and every single one of us has the ability to create an estate plan for ourselves and our loved ones so we can have peace at night when we go to sleep.
And you're saying start as young as 18.
Yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, everyone needs appropriate life insurance. And so many things have happened during this pandemic. And what I want everyone to understand is this: GoFundMe is not a substitute for life insurance. So as early as the age of 18, if you have enough life insurance, you can then put that life insurance into an annuity. That annuity can then pay your heirs a trust for the rest of their lives. And then that income can pass on to their children and so on and so forth. So it's very important for us to think about those things. The other thing is this: If you own real estate, if your real estate is left to someone in your will, it can be contested and it can be tied up in probate. But if you put that real estate in a trust fund, it will carry on to your beneficiaries without any hiccups. So it's really important for all of us to understand not only that we all have one, but how easy it is if we get the right coaching.
And how different these different plans that you're talking about, different ways of approaching it. But let me ask you this, Lynn. Why is it such a difficult conversation for families to have, estate planning?
Oh my goodness, it is so difficult because nobody wants to talk about dying. And more than that, nobody wants to talk about money. We'll talk about everything else. We'll talk about sex and drugs and so on and so forth, but no one wants to talk about money. But the truth is this, I often say to families, speak to your children at a very young age about the estate plan. Help them understand what you've put in place for them. As they get older and you no longer have to deal with minor care and so on and so forth, and you adjust the plan, continue to speak to them. And if your family members do not want to talk about estate planning, say this to them. Say, do you want me to take care of you when I'm no longer here? If the answer is yes, have the discussion.
Oh, you break it down. You make it simple for us. Lynn, thank you. Always good to see you. Appreciate it so very, very much.